What's good, black people? So today we're going to be discussing divine masculine. I decided to make this video today in front of my Kali and Shiva poster, kind of like cloth decoration, wall cloth decoration. Anyways, I decided to do this video in terms of the divine masculine. I've been wanting to do this for the past couple of weeks, but I've been doing a lot of stuff, a lot of things. I've been busy, alright? But nonetheless, I am going to try and make this as quick as possible so that you can learn within these short amount of minutes to learn the divine masculine. Alright, we talk about the divine feminine a lot, and because we talk about the divine feminine a lot, it gets to the point where we debase and devalue and go to the extent of minimizing the divine masculine, not realizing the purpose that it plays in life. I do not subscribe to the black woman is God concept. You have a lot of women who do that, who will, or a lot of people within the pro-black conscious community that will say that the woman came first and then the man. And they do this as a rebuttal to the European concept that the man came first and then the woman. What you have to understand here is that masculine and feminine energy created the universe. You could not have one without the other. When you have the feminine, you are dealing with matter, you are dealing with substance, you are dealing with materials. When you're dealing with the masculine, you're dealing with the patterns of this world. So you're dealing with direction, you're dealing with patterns, you're dealing with prints, okay? And an example that I used in one of my previous videos is that when you have clay, you're dealing with the feminine. When you have a vase, when you have a cup, when you have a object out of the clay, that's when you're dealing with the masculine. So you cannot have one without the other. You cannot have night without day, day without night. They are all interchangeable. Okay, they are one. So in the same aspect with masculine and feminine energy, it's deeper than just opposite polarities. It is deeper than duality, you know. These are reflections. Okay, these are forces within a one entity, if that makes sense. So within man and woman, we each have masculine and feminine traits. Alright, we each have masculine and feminine energies within us. As men though, we are to perpetrate the divine masculine while keeping in balance our femininity, right? And with the woman, they are the representation of divine femininity while they keep in line their masculinity. Now when you look at the concept of yin and yang, within us men, we have a lesser feminine. But some of us, because we haven't had the balance in our life, we haven't been balanced internally, some men out here act very effeminate. Some men out here will even go the other way, you know, in terms of trying to find a mate that looks like them instead of finding a mate that reflects them. Let me say it again. There are some men out here who go to the extent of being effeminate, going to the extent of not meeting up to the reflection in which they are, right? Meeting up to the essence of who they are, being masculine, to the point where they will try to find a mate that looks like them instead of finding a mate that reflects them. The woman, us black men, the black woman reflects us. Black women, the black man reflects you. When you go out and try to find somebody who looks like you, you are creating imbalance. Because if a man tries to go with another man, a woman tries to go with another woman, you do not have balance there. There is no one, there is no wholesome there. Okay? You black men are the representation of divine masculine. And so in this video, I'm going to summarize and go over a few aspects in terms of the divine masculine. Now, the representation that I'm going to use in divine masculinity concerning this very energy, this very representation, is Shiva. Alright, Shiva, Shakti. Like I said before, we're dealing with this representation here, the Hindu concept of Kali and Shiva. Kali is just an archetype of Shakti. So Shakti is the divine feminine. Okay, she's seen as the divine feminine that exists within you, that exists within everything within nature. Shiva is the divine masculine. He's a representation of everything within nature, just different operations. Masculine in terms of fire and air, and femininity would be earth and water. So when you're dealing with those type of elements and those aspects, that's where you get the balance in life. So Shiva, when you're dealing with the traits of masculinity, brings direction, brings security. You know, when a man is secure in his purpose, he's not indecisive, he stands his ground, he brings security, he brings provision, and provision goes far more than just materialistic things in terms of money. A man that brings provision is somebody that brings enlightenment. He brings knowledge. He brings security. He brings, you know what I'm saying? He brings protection. He brings love, compassion, you know. And so when you're dealing with the Shiva energy, this is when you're dealing with a balanced man. Okay, you're bringing somebody who knows what he's doing when he interacts with other people, and when he interacts with people that he also has a love interest for. But when you're dealing with somebody who's wounded, somebody who's out of balance, you're dealing with somebody who might act more effeminate, right? Who might bring those type of manipulative traits. You also have a place where you have the men who are abusive and controlling and want to be aggressive all the time and arrogant, so on and so forth. This is when you're dealing with a person who is out of balance with their masculinity in terms of who they are and who they're supposed to be. And so what you have to do here in terms of us being archetypes of Shiva, you know, us being archetypes or just being representations of the divine masculine, is that we are supposed to find balance. We are supposed to find correction and direction. Okay, we are supposed to find correction and direction. So for us as being archetypes of Shiva, us being the representation of divine masculinity, us as men, we are supposed to walk in the direction and in the position of us being men. Okay, you have some men out here who will, you know, be confused, like I was saying before, you know, that will be so confused to the point where they think they was born in the wrong body. You know, that is a mental illness, whether you want to accept that or not. Men who want to go the other way, who think that there's something that they're not, they want to perpetrate the other reflection that they're supposed to be trying to be one with. Instead, he's trying to mimic her. He's trying to mimic how she walks and how she talks, going to the extent where he wants to wear her clothes. He wants to wear her makeup and wear her weave and so on and so forth. I see that a lot here in Atlanta, but we'll save that video for another day. Nonetheless, as a man, you are the representation of divine masculinity. So it is your purpose to walk that out. Same and vice versa for a black woman. She is the representation of divine femininity. She manifests things. She brings things into manifestation. She creates things. She gives you the inspiration, the spark to bring things into existence. She gives you the materials to bring things into existence, and she loves to be submissive to somebody who knows what they are doing. She loves direction. She loves security. She wants you to mold her into that beautiful vase. Not to objectify her, but to admire her, to bring direction to the whole village, right? To the whole civilization, to the whole family. She is there for you, not as a lesser vessel, but as a mate. You see what I'm saying? For the divine masculine and divine feminine, like I said before, this isn't a greater either or, right? And this isn't even equal, but these are different. These are reflections. These are energies that are balancing each other out. That's what's going on here. When you're dealing with masculine and feminine energy, these are just energies that are balancing each other out, because you cannot have one without the other. But until next time, I'm Tyrone. Thank you for watching this video. Comment below about how you felt about what I say. If you like what I say, if you didn't like what I say, let all that be known in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with other people. Until next time, I'm Tyrone, and I am out.
Yeah. the fragrance. They help me with my patience, baby.